Hello and welcome to Mercy TV, your source for news and information on medical cannabis as it unfolds here in Oregon, across America, and around the world. Greetings, my name is Perry, and I'll be your host for this segment of Mercy TV. Mercy TV is an action item of Mercy, the Medical Cannabis Resource Center, which is located at 1469 Capitol Street, suite number 150, and you can visit us Monday through Friday, noon to 6, or give us a call at
503-363-4588. You know, we're all patients. We're all volunteers. Nobody's getting paid. Everybody wants to make sure that you can get to some medicine, to some plants, to a doctor, maybe somebody that just needs to listen to, hey, I got this condition. I've been suffering with all this. Have you heard anybody else suffering like this? Because all the patients are suffering from a lot of conditions. Everybody says, well, I've never heard of cannabis being an alternative medicine. And that is why we do the show. You guys, you need to look into it. If it's not for you, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister,
right.
These are the things that you have to look into, because you know what? Medical cannabis is an alternative medicine, and it works, and it's safe, and it ain't gonna hurt your liver and kidneys. Everybody out there that's sick is literally having problems with their liver and kidneys, and you know what? You guys, if we can help you so your liver and kidneys aren't hurting so bad, please let us. You can call us, you can come by. We're open Monday through Friday, or you can get a hold of us at the website at
www.mercycenters.org. If you don't see what you're looking for there, send us an email, we'll point you to it. We have a lot of info, like the news flash. There's now 17 states that have medical cannabis. Connecticut joins the list. Also, we have a question from our audience here.
Didn't I just read in the Mercy Center newsletter that prostate cancer is starting to show improvement with the use of cannabis?
Yes, that's a terribly exciting news item. We're starting to see some studies showing that not only is cannabis a part of the therapy, normally it's used with chemo and to combat the nausea and pain from the things they're going through. But we're starting to see some studies that show that cannabis directly affects the cancer and causes the cancer itself to be rendered benign and eventually go away. So we've got very good news concerning cancer. Unfortunately, this is information is being developed outside the U.S. It's a long story, but the short of it is that back in 1974, there was a study. This kind of experiment was done in the U.S. In Virginia, in fact. They had some mice with glioma, a particular kind of brain cancer, and they found that the cannabis it seemed to affect and directly affect the cancer itself. Well, that study was eventually destroyed and repeated back in mid-2005 in Spain. And when they're doing their experiment, doing their work, they found up the traces of the 1974 study in the U.S., and that's how we found out it had been done before, and that the results of that experiment was destroyed. So we've got to stop that from happening. We've got to, in order to get that information applied to us here in the U.S., I'm afraid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, those are the things that we got going at the Mercy Center. Everybody is looking for information about a condition, about a strain, about a way to cook, about a way to smoke, a way to vaporize, you know, the oils, the tinctures. It's all of it, because, you know, everybody has a condition, everybody has certain needs, and we as patients are trying to teach everybody how to best help your condition with the cannabis, whether you're eating it, whether you're using it as a tincture under your tongue, whether you're rubbing it. Gosh, everybody, I mean, they were talking about putting the tincture on. You can use the tincture that you put under your tongue and rub it on too.
Right.
Or you can eat it, or you can vaporize it with hot air, or you can smoke it.
Well, the conversation starts there. I mean, when you're talking about with your doctor, you're talking about in some cases that your doctor is talking about. I'm concerned about prescribing smoke medicine, and you know, first off, you educate your doc that he's not prescribing it here in Oregon. They just, you know, qualify the condition, saying yes, this person has this condition. But the other ways, you know, of applying it, depending on the condition, is another thing to educate your doc on, and that will help ease their concerns about that they have about using cannabis or marijuana as medicine. And so you come to the Mercy Center and talk with the folks that have already talked with their doc and gotten their doc to sign, and in the course find out how you're going to apply it. You find a grower. You know, a lot of folks don't want to get with the program unless they've got a grower lined up too. So the whole conversation and process really leads folks to the Mercy Center to get it all done, to get with the program and get their medicine on a regular basis.
Well, and people like to have the medicine that they know where it comes from,
right?
What it's going to do, the consistency. Because so many people out there running around and they can't get no consistency. Everybody's trying to get some consistency and they can't find it. You know,
No.
that's why a good grower.
Well, not always. You know, it is difficult. The war doesn't help any. There's no place to go and get the stuff. There's no businesses. You can't buy it. There's no dispensaries. There's no stuff like that. You got to network with folks or take your chances on folks who aren't working within the law. So there's no regulations. So there's no guarantees.
The black market is hell. We try to get everybody to support each other, take care of each other, because if you got a garden, make sure you come down and give him some medicine, because that medicine you had last week was his. He should give him some, because next week when you come back and you don't have any, he's going to have some more. He's going to have some for you. You guys, it's too easy. Everybody needs to look out for each other and try and help each other more versus keep going, well, I just need to make sure I got enough for me. Well, no, man, make sure you take care of bro here. Make sure bro has some, because next week when you're out and you're sick and you can't do nothing and you don't got nothing and you wish you had something, you can call bro. And bro can say, well, yeah, I can help you, man. That was some good smoke you gave me last week. You got to think.
Right.
You got to think other than yourself. You got to think other than just me and tomorrow.
Right.
Because there's going to be a day after that. At least two, maybe
well,
three.
Then, you know, that's how we got here. We wouldn't be here unless we thought of the next person. You know, pretty much, you know, you and I, we were there veterans back in '98 when we got the law passed. And for a majority of folks involved in gathering signatures and going through all that stuff, it wasn't for them. They were all working for somebody else, someone they knew that needed this medicine, someone they cared about that couldn't get out on the street and get the petitions, couldn't go out and make the testimony, couldn't do the letters to the editor, all the things that today we need to have them again. We're back trying to fend off negative things at both the federal and the local levels, as well as trying to get some things done. We should have changed the 12-inch rule a long time ago. We shouldn't have the fee hike that we're currently suffering under, and we should be working to roll it back. And we should also have PTSD, among other conditions, added to the list of qualifying conditions.
Well, in these meetings, you guys, they have meetings every quarter, and the next one's going to be in Bend. And us patients have a chance to voice what things that we have to say about the fee hikes, about the 12-inch rule, about all these things that are going on that you think, well, I don't matter what I say.
Right.
Well, no, we need to get a bunch of us together and say it at one of those meetings, maybe even go down to the Capitol and say, hey, You know what? We couldn't get in at the meeting.
Yeah.
They didn't let us get a voice. Well, you know what? We'll make a voice.
Right.
Well, because PTSD is important. That 12-inch rule is important. All of these things need to be said, and us patients are the ones that need to do it.
Absolutely. You know, you want to be there when the discussion comes around to dispensaries. You want to make sure that dispensary gets done right and we don't lose anything in the process. You know, guard the right to have home grows, personal gardens, with all due diligence, because prohibition will come after it. They went after it last legislative session. They'll go after it again, folks.
You can see it coming.
Yeah.
You can see it coming, and that's what we got to watch out for. And that's why we got to be on top of those things and knowing that, you know what, there's a lot of people that can't. So the ones of us that can need to. And if you don't know about it, please look into it for yourself. If you're not having that good of quality of life and you've heard about cannabis could be alternative medicine for you, then you need to look under your condition and find out if that is possible. Because you know what? All of the people that I've met, everybody has said nothing but good things. And this is what I'm talking about, Perry.
Mm-hmm.
The people need to know. The people watching the show that have never heard nothing before about cannabis need to know that it is an alternative medicine.
Or worse,
and they don't have to take a pill.
Right.
I mean, not that I'm a doctor, and not that I'm saying you don't have to take your pills. I have seizures. I still take pills. I'm saying you can use cannabis and help with the long-term nausea, the long-term pain, the long-term spasms, long-term epilepsy, and all that goes with it. And these are the things that we can have a quality of life by using cannabis. And we're trying to get across so people understand that, you know what, it is possible. There is some hope. Don't think there ain't no hope. There is some hope. We can do better today. And yesterday was a drag, but tomorrow will be better. Because you know what, we can. We have a lot of issues, and the main thing is we find some cannabis. We find somebody to grow it, and we make sure we have some good strains, and make sure they're curing it properly and storing it properly. Everybody doesn't know that you need to store your medicine properly.
Yep.
You need to store your different oils and tinctures and things in a cool place, in dark.
What about freezing?
You know, if you got some pancakes, you got some cookies, you got some brownies, put them in the freezer. Don't leave them in there forever, but keep them in there until you're ready to use them, then pull them out, let them get room temperature, and you're good to go. Don't put them in the microwave. It'll zap all those little oil molecules that are the medicine.
What about sealing them in plastic, things of that nature?
Yeah, you put it in some plastic, put it in some containers.
Seal it.
I mean, put it in the containers, put the plastic in the container, so you kind of double seal, you know. I mean, there's some things you can do what you can, double bag it if you have to.
Okay.
I mean.
Now, what about the medicine in its vegetative state? Once you've harvested, and there's something maybe we should back up a little bit and make sure that, when folks are getting ready to harvest, that you rinse it out and then make sure you cure it properly. Don't just cut it and hand it off to the next phase there.
Well, you don't want to be smoking all the nutrients that you've been using, and a lot of times it's terrible because you get those tastes in your mouth and you know that's what it is those nutrients. So what you want to do is try and make sure you get a good rinse, put some good water, and get your stuff going before you harvest, so it allows the plant to be able to draw the water and not a bunch of
So when we're talking about rinsing, we're talking about running just water only over or through your plants. That is water without food in it.
Right.
And for how long is your?
God, a week, 2 weeks, a month. I mean, it just
the
depends.
longer the better. It depends.
People have different strains, different size. Well, because their plant's only that big.
Right.
Other guy, his plant's this big, so he has to water for a while.
Okay.
You know.
So you've watered, you harvest, you let it cure, hanging it upside down for long,
Depends on how warm your room is.
Right.
Depends on how big it is.
warm with humidity.
All of it.
Yeah.
Every bit of it.
But once you've got it cured or dried properly, can you freeze it then?
Yes, you can. A lot of people do. A lot of people say not to.
Okay.
It's better in a cool, dark spot, airtight.
If you do freeze it, is there pros, cons about microwaving it after that, or to try
Man,
and
you don't
unfreeze
want to
it?
microwave nothing. Don't microwave nothing. Microwaving your medicine in any way, shape, or form is just a bad deal. Whether it's the food you're doing, whether it's your medicine you're trying to get, man.
So again, wet medicine, folks. Medicine. I've heard of folks trying to microwave it to speed up the drying process.
Yeah.
That's
We don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You guys, a lot of people say,
an old
well, it
wives'
still
tale.
works,
Don't go.
and it'll work. Well, okay. I'm not saying that it don't work. I'm just saying that it probably don't work too good. Oh yeah, it still might work, and you still might get a little buzz, and it don't got no legs, and it's okay because it was free and it didn't cost you nothing. So you're gonna go ahead and microwave it because you want it now, because you want to do it now. Well, it's all right. That's what you got. You got now. You got now. That's how good it is. It's so good, it's gone now.
Yeah.
That's how good it is. It's gone now. So microwave some more. You know, and that's what's going on. We want to teach people how to do it properly, so you have the medicine, the best quality of medicine, the best properly way to handle the medicine, and you get the most benefit out of it for yourself, because that's what's important. You're using this medicine for your quality of life, and to do it and do it all these ways and proper, and you do it and you have good quality of life. Wow. That is so great. If that's all you got to do to have a little quality of life, you would have signed up for that program a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about, because everybody goes, well, I can do it, you can do it, that other lady, she can do it, the other guy can do it. Well, yes, everybody can do it, but everybody's got to know about it, everybody's got to talk about it, and you got to give this person the opportunity to allow them to eat a cookie, to smoke a bowl, to vaporize some medicine. All of those things. Maybe take some oil and rub it on and go, wow, the arm that I couldn't move because every bone is broke, that they give me shots and do all this stuff, and you know, so I can even move my hands. The oil, I don't have the arthritis. It moves. My arm, it's moving. My arm hasn't moved in 5 years. It was starting to, those bones were fusing together, and now it's starting to move. I can't, this is a miracle. Nope, it ain't no miracle. It's cannabis. Cannabis does miraculous things, I will tell you that.
Right.
But all of the people watching the show need to know that you have to look into it. It is real. There ain't nobody making up anything. Come by the center. We're open Monday through Friday, 12 to 6. We're right beside the Arctic Circle. We're in Suite 150. And you know what? We have weekly meetings, and they used to be on, they just are on Tuesday nights. Come Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights.
Tuesday
That's what you
nights.
remember. Tuesday night, 7, next to the Arctic Circle, 1469 Capitol Street. Bring answers, bring your questions, bring resources if you got them, bring your need, and we'll try to match you up with the right answer, right resource, right patient, so that we don't waste this opportunity to maximize this program and get as many people as we can over the wall and free and enjoying life, having a quality of life that folks should have the right to to enjoy that.
A lot of people are so busy being sick, are so busy going to doctors, are so busy trying to live life and deal with the condition that they're dealing with the side effects of the pills they're taking, dealing with all the places they got to go, to the doctor's appointments, to the blood tests, to the pharmacies. You guys, it's ridiculous. But only us people that get sick and have these conditions know about that, because everybody else is too busy being busy. and we're too busy being busy for all these other people. The thing I know is you, as a patient that's going through that, need to take the time and say, you know what, cannabis is something I need to look into. I need to try some of them cookies.
Yep.
I need to try some of them oils. See, it has nothing to do with smoking. A lot of people say, oh, I don't smoke. Yes, ma'am. We have a question from the audience.
I was wondering if maybe the reason why some people, what I've heard is some people come to the center first and then they come to the center the last thing. And in between, they go to dispensaries and that kind of thing. I was wondering if there is any possibility that it could be the political and religious overtones that go on at the center that have put people to say, well, I didn't want to join a religion. You know, it's a nice place and everything, but I wonder if that's possible. Have you ever thought about that?
No, not really. I mean, we haven't really tried to my mind, express a religious point of view. And the politics of it, I mean, it's a political issue. The fact that our current national policy on it is that cannabis is not medicine. In fact, it kills and does all kinds of things. You know, the lie is our national policy, and that lie is based on politics. You know, the worst kind of mudslinging and everything else that went into the trial or what you want to call it of marijuana or cannabis, such that we're at this position here. So.
Maybe a lot of people don't care. They just want to get their medication, and they don't want to have to buy into anything. They just want to go on their way.
And of course, that's always an option for them. I mean, we don't make folks do anything in exchange for the information that we give out for our programs and services. You know, we don't check their political affiliation or their religious backgrounds or even their financial, you know, their demographics and all. We help everybody equally, and that's kind of refreshing to find that it is something that goes across all kinds of lines. And so we do have folks that are, you know, of a younger group. We do have older retired folks. We have folks that are more rural, and we have folks that are urban, you know, centric and all. We have men and women and some folks that are some point in between, you know, and I think we're really more of a broad-based big tent than so. I haven't really, you know, gotten that we're one particular group or those kind of tones. So.
Okay, thank you.
Well, what a nice question, though. The main thing is that a lot of people have so many different conditions going on. They have so many side effects going on from all these drugs they're taking, that they have so much going on in their own minds, whether it be the pain, whether it be the medicines they're taking, whether it be the side effects from those medicines they've taken, whether it be because they've been in pain for a lot of years, and only us people that deal with that and have been through that understand what I'm talking about. You know, we have a point that at least there's a place where you can be comfortable around some other people that have been in pain.
Well, it's very situational. We've got folks that are some are employed, some are not. A lot of folks can't get involved because of their employment things. There's also their residential situations. Some folks can't grow. They're in apartment things or other situations and settings. And then there is the social, their social groups and their friends and families, some of which they're going to have trouble, you know, they feel talking about it. Some folks are worried about my church, you know, what will they say, what will they think? And you know, and yeah, when we share with them, other folks who, you know, have for one reason or another, talked with others in their church or at their work or other places, you know, about the situation and gotten them, you know, to get with the program, as it were. If not vote or help with some issue that we're facing. So
well, it's back to education. Until we, as the patients that know about the alternative medicine, cannabis, marijuana, that we know that it works, that we know these oils and these smoking a little bit, eating cookies and pancakes, all of these things that we know about using cannabis and making it work for us, we need to share that with others so they have the same opportunity at the same good quality of life that we have been given. And you know, once that happens, it might change their minds, although I have seen some people that didn't change their mind because they got too high. They got too high, and so they had a bad trip, and so now they swear cannabis off is a bad thing.
And that's all right. You know, if it doesn't work for you, if you have adverse reactions to it, definitely, you know, don't do that to yourself. But no one's died from it. There's a lot of folks that could and have benefited from it. And the end line is that it's safe, effective medicine. People should have access to it. And we shouldn't be wasting all the monies and stuff trying to prevent it.
Well, and you know, I just really appreciate you and thank you for all the information that you give.
Indeed. Thank you, Sonny, for all your work you're doing. I mean, you're maintaining several gardens, helping people with others as well as your own, getting medicine to folks and all the other things that you do.
It takes a lot, but you know, all of us patients are worth it. We deserve a good quality of life, and we can get it through cannabis.
Indeed. You know, we can beat the bank. We don't have to be slaves to the big corporation. We can all share and network this thing together and be free, live a quality of life. And we can also set up some events and do some other social networking things, barbecues, things of that nature. So come on down, check us out, Monday through Friday.
12 to 6, 1469 Capitol Street, right beside the Arctic Circle.
Or on the web at www.mercycenters.org. Also Tuesday night, 7 p.m., right there next to the Arctic Circle. Come on by. There's no fee to attend. You don't have to be a card holder to come and get information there. Thanks a lot. Thanks to CCTV, all our volunteers to help make this show happen. And please check out all our other media shows that happen here on Channel 23. This is it for now. Thanks, Sonny.
Thank you, Perry. And remember, Friday nights is the live call-in show. Call in Friday night and get your questions answered right then.
Exactly. Thanks. We will see you later. Bye now.
Bye.
You want to say anything before I turn it off, Glenn?
Yes, good night.
Good night. God bless you all, every single one of you.